For as long as I've been making videos, I've been making music far longer. I consider myself to be both a musician and composer. Music has always been a part of my family, and it's a part of me. In real life, I actually play the trumpet. And in fact, I am currently working towards a bachelor's in music up at the University of Nevada, Reno, where I am. Back when I was very young, like 4 or 5-ish, I would actually use video games to create music, as I had no way to make it otherwise. Sometimes I would bang on a piano, sometimes I would just go into a game and use scripting systems within that game to combine the sounds and make songs out of something that was never designed to make it. It was always really, really poor, but as a 5-year-old kid, I thought it was cool. It wasn't until I was about 11 or 12 years old that I got access to a music program, and by that I mean I downloaded the demo version of FL Studio, which would only be able to make music and save it, but you could not reload a saved project. The result was that, as someone who didn't understand the program and was too lazy to look up a tutorial, because I hate tutorials, and I hate manuals and all that stuff, it was awful. And to this day, I still have not actually looked up a manual on FL Studio, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 things I really wanted to do and couldn't figure out. So I started to figure stuff out on my own. I started to just put things together and just make them. I started dragging and dropping and sticking shit everywhere and just hoping it would work. Some of these old songs were really, really garbage. And in fact, of all the old songs that I ever made, there's only one that I actually still have access to. This one. Now that I've gotten your ears bleeding, I may as well talk about the Bowser's Road remixes. Bowser's Road was a song out of Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Galaxy. In fact, there was a stage in there with a really cool song, and I personally really liked it, and a lot of people have done remixes of it, and I thought I'd give my 2 cents on that as a 12-year-old kid. But still, as the years passed, I would always create new remixes, or at least new versions of an existing one. I would use them as a way to sort of work forward, as a way to sort of learn how to make music. I would use the Bowser's Road remixes to that front. And occasionally I would make some other remixes too, such as that of the Team Fortress 2 theme, which I've actually done multiple times. And some other stuff I haven't actually shown anyone, such as a remix of Hell March. But when it comes to original songs, they all fairly sounded the same. I was very slow to learn new techniques with my original music. The first time I ever really had a big change of the way my music was made was actually back with a song called Electrecno, which to this day I'm proud of and am happy I made. It was a song I made using entirely stuff that I had never used before in FL Studio, stuff that I didn't even know how it worked. And in fact, it was 100% presets, unadjusted in any way, shape, or form, not even any basic effects, because I had not yet learned how to do them, and again, wasn't looking up any manuals. I was thinking I was about 13 or 14 at the time. I used Electrecno as the basis for a lot of my future music, as well as another song I made at the same time, New Earth. But I never really learned a lot of new stuff about my music at the time from those. I just continually started to use those techniques, and everything started to sound the same. It was not for a long time that I actually got around to making something entirely new. And the reason was, my friends were telling me that I should try something. Making a song using nothing that I have ever used before. Just like how Electrecno worked, just like how I got to where I was, do it again. Only this time, it was last year. This song was called Cheers Love, the Cavalry's Here. It used nothing that I knew how to use in FL Studio. Every plugin was new, readjusted, I made some stuff for them, and I just set out. Every single part of it was brand new. Every effect I used, one I hadn't used before, figuring out how to use them. And the song was a hit with my friends. They loved it and they thought that I should continue in that path. So I did. I started to make more and more stuff and started to venture out and try even more crazy things that I had never done before. One of those was to add voice samples into a song, which I initially did with Crossfade.
3, 2, 1, double time!
These were pretty basic, but they definitely existed. I tried it again with some other songs, but they were not particularly good, so I never really continued that. As I've been able to get more money, I've also been able to put more money into getting more stuff for FL Studio, into making more things with my songs. In fact, one of the more recent things that you may not have heard on this channel yet is that I have actually recently gotten access to things such as guitars, such as advanced orchestral stuff, which has meant that I could make songs that now sound like... Every time that I find something that I have not yet used, I now have a new policy. Use it. Find all the things that I don't know how to use and use them. Try to figure out how to make something out of the things that I originally avoided or just didn't know how to use. And it's resulted in all of my songs not only being produced better, sounding better, but just me feeling happier about all of it. As a whole, I have felt much better about my music recently because of how much I've been venturing out and trying to make it something new. And I'm hoping it's going to continue evolving forever. I'll be making music for as long as I'm alive, I can tell you that much. One of the coolest things with music is being able to look back on a song that I have been working on for almost a year now and seeing how it's changed over that year, seeing how it's evolved. And a prime example of that is a song called Catch Me If You Can, which was made because I liked Cheers Love the Cavalry's Here so much and my friends liked it so much that I made another Tracer song. It has been continually evolving since and is almost ready to come back out again, only in a brand new and improved form after many, many retries.
That have made my hair stand on end.
but all of it is the same song, and inside of it still remains that same song. It's still based on that same project. I never started a new project, never wiped anything, it's all still there. Anyway, this brings me to a point. Would you like to see me start uploading music on this channel again? It all exists. With certainty, I will be uploading Catch Me If You Can's new version sometime after the anniversary. But what about the rest of it? Would you like to see some more stuff put onto this channel? Let me know in the comments, let me know in Discord, let me know wherever. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see all of you in the next part of the anniversary event. Stay toasty, my friends!